The information presented in this video may be extremely toxic to deceptive governments and lying lawyers. It should not be viewed by anyone who is happy and comfortable with their status quo or those who think questioning the government is immoral. The information presented herein is not the legal advice of a lawyer and thus is not flavored with the stench normally associated with such words. Super concentrated truth can harm those accustomed to only lies. Any similarity between the ideas expressed herein and the wise teachings of Jesus Christ is merely due to truth being immutable and unchanging. Nothing is coincidence when the Spirit is active. When those with eyes can see and hear, and those with ears can hear and see, because they are working together, the deceivers will be bound by their own words, and the kingdom of God is at hand.
So you're a Canadian?
Yep.
So your government generally, do you trust it?
No, I never trust politicians.
Do you believe that they lie to you?
I think for the most part, yeah, they don't tell the truth or the full story.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah.
Did you read the Motor Vehicle Act before you got your license, after, or have you never even read it?
Does that include the test that you take?
Yeah.
Your driver's test?
No, just the Motor Vehicle Act.
No. Never read it.
What makes you think you actually need a license if you've never read that act? And you know the government lies.
Good question. That's a good question.
Did you register your child with the government?
Yes.
Did you feel that you were obliged to register your little boy?
Yep.
Are you aware that you actually... You got a beautiful little baby, actually. This is what I found out. I've been studying the law. You're not obliged to register your child.
Right.
If you do, at that point in time, you're creating a legal entity just like any of these businesses. You're associating that legal entity with your offspring, and then you abandon ownership of it. The government seizes it. Under the laws of maritime salvage, it becomes their chattel property. When they come to remove a child, they're not removing the living, breathing human being. They're acting on that legal entity, and you can disassociate it at any time. Do you think that's a little bit sneaky on their part?
I think governments are always sneaky. You know what my question is? It takes 7 years or 10 years to become a doctor. Takes the same amount to become a lawyer. You want to be a scientist, you have to go to university. You want to become an electrician, you have to do electrical training, and you have to do on-the-job training. What do you have to do to become a politician? That's my question to you. What training do you have to have? You have to have a big mouth. That's it. Right? Uh-oh, he's right. We're in trouble.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
But this really seems to me like a spectacle, right? I mean, you've already dragged somebody away, but now there's this presence, right? This going to shut the whole street down. I live on the other side, they got to walk blocks around to get through.
Stick around, because we're going to be breaking...
I know, but I don't understand why you've been here for hours.
I know, it's...
Can I borrow a couple of these barriers? I think they could be very...
You're supposed to have a red light that goes on. That is not working.
Maybe my battery's dead.
Let me have a look and see.
No.
What policemen are for, to help you. That doesn't work.
Does it? Can I ask you a question on camera? Anyways, 2 quick questions. One,
I can't believe you've been holding that up for a while.
Fairweather. How come some of you guys have numbers? Other of you have
Fairweather.
have
Really
your names?
Fairweather. This is my community service. This is
No, but that's a good...
How come some of you have the names?
You're the only one that has a name.
Is it because some are acting as peace officers and others are acting as law enforcement officers?
Is that the reason?
Okay, I don't talk to that. 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 I don't talk to that because it doesn't work. Put it down. Put it down.
If it's not working, why not talk to it?
Put it down. Rest your arm.
Okay.
Hang on, he's got a good one though. That is a good one too. It's simply up to, my badge number is 1090. Officers, certain officers want their number. I always, oh yeah, absolutely. You have to be identifiable either by a number or name. I always want people to see your name. There's only one fair.
It's a powerful name.
So that's up to each officer's discretion whether that's what he said.
Okay, one more quick question.
I am people person. I've been around for 24 years. I'm behind numbers. I don't think anybody else can do what they do, but I want to be known. I'm not by constable or sergeant such and such.
Can I ask one more quick question?
Sergeant Fairweather.
One more very quick question. Statutes. Do they have the force of law over those who deny consent to be governed?
Statues?
The statutes. Does a statute, like the Controlled Drugs and Substance Act, does it have the force of law over those who have denied consent to be governed?
Sorry, you're losing me on that one because I started work at 5 this morning and that question's going to
I'll try one more time. Can I try one more time?
No.
No?
No, I don't want to play.
Oh, okay. Thanks for your time. Why?
Because I've got a Sony 8mm too, and that one doesn't work.
Really? Yours doesn't work, or this one? You should look at the menu. You'll find you got an option to turn that red light off or on, eh? You got to go to menu though. Can I stand on that side of the line? We let you guys cross to our side. Fair's fair.
See you later. Anyway, so everything.
One more, then I go. Got any papers?
It's always nice to have a sense of humor.
It's very important, I find.
It is very important. Yeah.
Peace to you guys.
Thanks. Have a good night.
That's right.
They didn't have any papers.
Papers.
Papers?
Rob Christie. Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is only my second or third time doing this, so bear with me. Anyway, I met my brother Freeman Menard through my friend Clint here. I actually met them both the same day, so it was quite a change in my life. I was already kind of down this path through health and spirituality and stuff, trying to kind of find out what was bugging me my whole life, you know, or you're angry or this and that, and it's like, well, there's something there that's really bugging me. I don't know what it is. So I tried the spiritual stuff, and there's lots of answers in there. I got lots of the pieces of the puzzle and the health stuff, and that was good too, but there was still something that was missing. So I met Clint and Rob, and started to hear what Rob had to say. I'd gone into the natural person stuff, and I'd listened to some other stuff, and I wanted to thank everybody who has come before us and paved a lot of this road for us, because they've been trudging through the muck for a long time. So a lot of honor to those people. So anyway, I met Rob, and he started to tell me some of the stuff that he'd found out, and so I figured, well, I need to kind of prove this somehow, and I need to make it work for me. I got to see how this works. So, looking at the whole thing, I was like, well, parking tickets are not criminal, and you can kind of, see what's going to happen with parking tickets, and there's really no consequence other than money at the end of the day. So I started to get parking tickets, and I got a few parking tickets, and we initially responded by conditionally accepting, saying, we accept this, but in order for me to administrate this, I need a bill, and because according to their rules, they have the Bills of Exchange Act, and they have rules, and they're supposed to follow them. So I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm going to play the game and I'm going to be in here, and they want me to follow the rules, well, I'm going to hold them to it anyway. I can't be the only guy playing by the rules. So anyway, we got into these parking tickets. The first one they gave me, I can't remember what they called it, but they let the first one go. They were like, we'll let that one go, kind of a thing. But I kept getting parking tickets, and they towed my car. And then one day I got pulled over. It was 11 o'clock at night, and the guy pulled me over, and I was with my wife.